I'm checking Facebook. It's been a hot minute. It's been a way hot minute since I've been live on Facebook. Oh, what do you know? We are there. Is it going? I don't know. Is it going? Oh, it is. Okay. Wow. I think I think we're live on Facebook. Um you guys, I oh, hold on. Cannot believe how long it's been and how to tell anybody's oops. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see you, Paula, Karen. Oh, let me turn my phone. Holy cow. I have got to say, I do have a lag. Um, but it has been so long. Um, are y'all getting an echo? Because I honestly can't remember if I need to keep my sound off on my laptop. Hey, Michael Wood. Yes, I are live, or yes, I are echoing. Um, somebody tell me, Michael Wood, my cousin, second cousin, no echo. Yay. Okay. So I have my phone up here. If you are the right Michael Wood, tell Uncle Sam I said hi. Um, there is such a lag time, a big lag time. So I keep pausing. But we are live here on Facebook. I believe we're live on YouTube as well. Mr. Wilson, if you're on, will you check YouTube? Oh, yay, Michael. Um, so tell your mom and dad I said hello. It's been a hot minute. Okay, so tonight we are going to let me get to my other software, and I am so sorry, guys. It's been so long since I have been live on Facebook that I'm rusty. And like I said, I think I'm also on YouTube. Again, I'm rusty. Um, I am gonna turn my sound off, and I would like you to tell me in the comments. Thanks, Michael. Um, I turned the sound off on my computer so that I could see or hear myself talk. Can you tell me if by doing that you can no longer hear me? Can you still hear me at this point? Somebody give me a yes, I can, or a no, I can't. I am waiting for an answer. Oh, you still hear me. All right. I am ready to rock and roll, I believe. So, tonight's the big night. We are doing the big reveal of the March project box. if you did not get in on it before this live, well, that price went up 30 minutes ago. I was actually late. It was supposed to go up an hour ago. And just as I was getting ready to hit save from changing the price, an order came through. So they slipped through at the old price. So anybody that missed it, you may be sad when you see this one. And I called it Run for the Roses, and I was all hot to trot. I had the big Run for the Roses, the big horse races hat to wear, and the horse race earrings, and all the things. And then I decided, well, I didn't ever end up, I've got all roses. So I decided, okay, I'm not going to put that on. So tell me in the chat, and we don't really go live until 4. I just came on early because I wanted to make sure things were going to work. Because gosh, it's been a long time, but you are going to start seeing me out here in this group and back on YouTube. I am hoping to do it every week. We've got help in the studio, running my machine, so I'm hoping I can get back on and be active on my channels again. That would be really nice. We have lots of fun things coming up, lots of things we've created, and I have been focused on my Sassy Swoopers membership group. They're all up and running now. We're kind of on a roll there, so I'm ready to start coming back between both of them. So that'll be good. If you're not a Sassy Swooper, you might want to jump in on that. We tonight are going to be doing Sassy Bottoms. So it's a way to level up your bottom. And Michael, you're not in the clay business, so you may not understand how we level up our bottoms, and that is not by eating more food and putting on more weight, though I've done that. Anyway, in the SAS group, we are going to be leveling up our bottoms. But tonight here, again, we're going to be doing the March reveal. And again, we're not really live for 10 minutes. So tell me how you've all been doing. What have you guys been up to? It's been so long. I couldn't even figure out how to get connected back on with my streaming software. I couldn't even figure out how to get back on and connect it to Facebook. I had to go out and do a quick search and watch a video and go, oh, that's what I'm missing. It's changed. And, I guess it's been a good 6 months. Yeah, I can't show you here what I'm talking about, but I'll be showing this group after tonight's live. So if you peek back at this group, you'll see what a sassy bottom is. So check back with us, Michael. All right. Anybody up to anything exciting? We were out of town for a week. That was the longest I think we've been out of town for. We've been out of town for a week, and it's about a 2.5-hour drive. And we decided to come home yesterday morning, and we left there at 9 a.m. and we got here at 2 p.m. It's a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive. We were halfway home when Mr. Wilson remembered he forgot our wallet that has our licenses, our credit cards, our everything in it. And we had 3 great big dogs in the back seat. And so we had to turn around, drive all the way back out there, let the dogs out to potty again, put them back in the car. So, 5.5 hours later, we made a 2.5-hour trip. So let's see. I see Susan was in Maine for almost a month. Oh, wow. That would be nice to have a whole month vacation. Catching up on gardening, back in the studio. Hey, Susan, do you grow microgreens? I'm getting ready to start some microgreens. Hey, Melody. Well, I don't know since it's been so long if notifications are still turned on for a lot of you. If not, you might want to turn notifications back on. I'm expecting a very, very small group tonight because it's been so long. And the way these Facebook algorithms go, since we haven't been doing much, they put you like at the bottom of the list to get your stuff out there. Karen, celebrating my son's 11-year leukemia remission. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. That is amazing. I am so excited to hear that. Melody just started doing microgreens. We're going to have to chat, girl. Chantel, working on the new VIP box and glazing a lot. Chantel, be sure and join us in SAS group after this because we're going to be playing with your bottoms. Wait. That came in that box. Let's just put it that way. Susan, I don't grow food. Oh, and it feeds your wildlife. Okay. Well, microgreens, I'm getting ready to try to grow, but those will be in the house for a while. But I want Mr. Wilson to, yeah, you caught that little slip of the lips, did you, Chantel? I want Mr. Wilson to build me a flower bed and a raised bed that I don't have to be picking out weeds all the time, and that it's waist high so I don't have to bend over and try to garden. I can stand and garden. You know, as we age a little bit, it's a little harder to do all that bending over and that kind of thing. Hey, Leanne from a rainy Western Washington. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting ready to do. So anybody that is growing microgreens, that has any advice, post it or send me a private message or all the things. I've gotten my sourdough bread down now. Thank you, Misty. And now I want to do sourdough bread with avocados and microgreens. The groundhogs eat our garden, but the bears leave it alone. Oh, yeah, I would be afraid that would bring the bears. Oh, good. You got a raised bed for your herbs. Yeah, I want basil, rosemary, and microgreens. Oh, and with the raised bed, I want to do different types of lettuces. I am really trying to push a more Mediterranean style diet. See if I can unpack some of the pounds I've packed on. I will probably never get back to my size 3, but I would really like to lose some of this, get healthier again, and I don't personally I'm personally nervous about doing any of those injection things because, you know, a year and a half ago, I had that incident with my gallbladder and the C. diff and the sepsis, and I think I will just go slow and easy and do it more naturally. So that's what I'm trying. Hi from England. From England? Wow. How exciting. My daughter wants to go there. So, what else is going on? I don't want to start until our 4 o'clock time. Those of you that are swoopers, be sure and jump in the swooper group at 5, or we might be done here about 4:30, and jump in the group at 5. Hey, Miss Carla. I just started the Mediterranean meals. It's really nice and it really helps. Awesome, Chantel. We're going to have a talk offline on all of this and compare notes and resources. I think I have a really good one. Happy to share. And hey, Miss Jackie Morrison, I hope you're doing well. I have to keep looking over at my phone Here, let me put it in front of me. Maybe that'll look better. Put it in front of me so that I can see better. Rhonda, yes, we started on Facebook. When I started the SAS group, we kind of backed off at Facebook and YouTube. Mr. Wilson, are you on? Did you ever look and see if we were on Facebook? I mean, on YouTube? Okay, perfect. Perfect, Melody. And let's see. I'm waiting to hear from Mr. Wilson, or if anybody else knows if we're on Facebook. I would have to use my phone to go out there, which then I will lose the comments. So I don't want to do that. What else is going on? I could look around and see some of the things that we've done. Oh, here, I could show you this. This is going to probably be part of my garden stack. Great big old fat juicy heart. Yes, Melody, I meant YouTube. It's been a long day already. And this is one of the projects we did in the Sassy group. This is the heart cactus. Let me turn this light off. I think it's glowing. Hold on. Maybe this will be better. This is if you look up heart cactus, this is the heart cactus. This is the little rock he's sitting on. And this is the heart cactus with the blooms. This was a project we did in the SAS group a few weeks ago. It's almost dry. And then I'm going to come around here. Hold on before I break it. And then I'm going to be airbrushing this guy. So what is the YouTube page? It's Sharon Hoppy Designs, Michael. And yeah, Sharon Hoppy Designs out on YouTube. Anyway, so this is one of the projects we did. This is one of the vase projects that we did. Let me find a spot that's not glaring. One of the vases that we did in the group. So if you want to do some other stuff, come on into the group. Chantel, which demo are you referring? Oh, probably the airbrush, I bet. Probably the airbrush. Okay. Well, hey guys. Oh, you're sending me a message. I can't. No, but you can text me and tell me if I was live. Mr. Wilson's like, I can't talk to you in this live. No. In our Sassy group, we're all live. We're all, you have the option. You can have your camera on, you can have your mic on, or you can have them both off and interact or not interact. While I'm doing the demo, all the mics are off, so you're not getting a bunch of crosstalk. But it's really nice because we all get to talk, and I don't have to just sit here and stare at myself on the computer and talk to myself and look down at my phone to get what your comments are. So if you want that type of communication and interaction, plus we put the projects in the project area without all the crosstalk, so you can come in and join the fun, communicate, and then you can go back and watch the project, just the project itself, and stop and start and stop and start however you need it. Leanne, you found the printer mats. Oh, good. Oh, they were expensive. I don't know if you checked Trinity, or any local printer companies in your area. Look at the size of this big fat heart. I'm trying to find. Mr. Wilson, I need window coverings, or I need to figure out why this glows so bad in here. I think I'll move this right here. The heart and the cactus flower were done with paper porcelain. So, Michael, you're not seeing me live. Oh, I wonder if I forgot to start it. Oh, I bet I did. No? I don't know. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm in Facebook and that works for me. Michael, thanks for looking for me. All right. So, it is little after 4. We can get started. We are doing the big reveal of our March project box. It is Run for the Roses. So what do you think is in this box? I'll give you 2 guesses, and the first one isn't shamrocks, and the second one isn't pickup trucks. How about that? Okay. So I think what I will do is show you what may be in here. First off, in this box, we have a gorgeous roses. Will this be on Kajabi later? Leanne, no. What I do in Facebook and the regular project kits have nothing to do with our SAS group, have nothing to do with Kajabi. This is for any of our customers, whether they're in SAS or not. So this kind of thing would always be posted here in Facebook. The Kajabi is for our SAS members only, for SAS projects only, and that kind of thing. VIP boxes are in the SAS group, but regular project kits are out here. So I hope that helps. So your board, your texture board. Are you ready for all the roses? Let me switch cameras here. Actually, yeah. Let me switch cameras. Actually what I'm gonna do is put the video on and show you what this is gonna look like. I can't see from here. Roll the clay on the board. Okay, I'm gonna show you a video of what I'm gonna do with this board just to get the clay on it first off, and then we'll come back and show the board. Let's see if this works. All right, I have a piece of clay and I'm going to show you what I'm going to make. All right, I have a texture board under this clay and I want to show you, if you haven't used one before, how you do that. Oh, I have glaze all over this. Let me fix this real quick. Whoops. How many of you squeeze your sponge and squirt water all over the place? Where did my, oh, there it is. All right, so I'm going to take this and I want to start, I usually start with my small end and I start in the center of my board and I just kind of lightly in the center press and work this out. If I wanted to make something way bigger than just this board, like with the clay, I could have a larger piece of clay and I just would be mindful to not roll off the edges. But in this case, what I'm going to make is exact fit to this, so I don't have to really worry so much. But I do want to just come from the middle and kind of push up. I'm seeding the clay, so to speak. And then come from the middle and go up over here. Why is it bouncing? And I'm not pushing very hard at all. This texture is very, very deep. When you first get yours, you certainly would want to cornstarch it first. You don't want to stick your clay, especially if it's soft. You want to use your clay very fresh, but not sticky gooey. And again, you're going to want a cornstarch. If you've not used one before, now I'm going back and forth, but again, I'm not pressing super hard. Now I'm going to go up and down, and I could start in the middle and go up. But at this point, I don't want to move my clay. I want my clay to just keep going down, but not actually move it. So I'm not pushing hard, but I'm doing it quite a few times. And I want to make sure I hit all directions. You can also take a sneak peek. You could like slightly lift it and go, oh, nope, not deep enough. So I'm going to go back with my rounded end and really make sure I get these edges. So I'm going to go out around these edges. It's always better to go easier first, kind of peel up a piece and see if you're making a deep enough impression before you just slam it in there and go too deep and then get your clay stuck, because you will stick your clay at some time or another. You could also lightly cornstarch your slab before you put it on there as well. Let me see where I'm at on here. Ooh, dang, that's pretty. Okay, so now I'm just going to go a once over to take the little lines out. And you can even take your yellow rib and come across this to take any lines out. Oh, guess who had black glaze on their rib? Don't you know? Okay, and that's probably good. Are you ready for your reveal? Let me find my tube. So I use, this is a 4-inch PVC tube, and this is the sewer line tube, not just a PVC, because it's a lot lighter. And in my Sassy Swoopers group, we sent these out in one of the VIP boxes. And here's what I use it for. I take it and I can put my hand inside, see that? And I can use this to roll this off of here so that I'm not stretching it out. And I can use this to maneuver and then unroll. And I will tell you, do not have wet hands and touch this with wet hands or your clay will stick. But as long as it's dry and your hands are dry, you're good. And look at this texture. This is just beautiful. And the depth is crazy. Look at this. Okay, so that is how you use the board. That is the design. And this is the plate I made with the template. I did not put a foot. This is paper clay, which is why you're seeing all the black mold. It'll burn right out. This was extra paper clay I had. But this is what the dish will look like with this design. And I didn't make this online for you because I made this exact dish with a different design on it, so you didn't need to see me do it twice. And then here is the dish with the floral stencil, the rose stencil. And there you have your box. All right, silly me. I played you the last video first. Par for the course, right, guys? So you saw a couple things that were in the box before you actually saw the first thing that I showed, which was the rose dish. So first off, what do you think of that texture? All those roses are just yummy, yummy, yummy. I rolled the clay. I just showed you the wrong darn thing first, but that's quite all right. Let me show you, I'm going to show you a quick video of where I actually make the dish and I put some fancy feet on it. And before I do that, I'm just going to show you everything that's in this box. So, you got the board. this board, this design is not just the board, but just the design itself is 10.5 by 6.5 at its widest. But you could take this board and you could also make this a tumbler, a mug, a vase. Again, if you're in the SAS group, be sure and come tonight and see all the different leveled up bottoms we're going to talk about. And this could be done with any of the bottoms we're going to do tonight. So this is the board. And then you have the template, which is kind of a, which way does it go? It is kind of an outline of what the design was. Maybe I have that upside down, but regardless, it is the template of the outline. Although you could do this on anything with extra clay on it. And then the form is a rectangle, whoops, with clipped off edges, which we try to make things really versatile. So this template would do a lot of, I mean, this form would be able to do a lot of different things. Okay. And then, in addition, I took and pulled like this piece of the leaf, and I pulled, I think, this flower, maybe this flower, and I don't know which other flower, but I pulled the flowers and made 4 different stamps. I don't know how to hold these up. Here's one stamp. And these are good size stamps. 2¼ inches wide. Almost 2 inches tall. There's the leaves. And I use these tonight. That's why they've got cornstarch on them. Callie, you just made it, didn't you, dear? I was hitting save at the price hike right when you got yours. You're so lucky. You did great. Kathy, you wouldn't receive an email about tonight's session because this is on Facebook. This isn't in our group. This is a 2-inch by almost 2 inches. And then here's this rose. And here's this rose. So you've got the texture board, the template, the form, 4 stamps, and I'm going to show a video where I made this. I make this into a plate, and look what I did with the feet. The fancy feet. And last but not least in this is this stencil, which is stunning in itself. Look at this. I absolutely love that. And I'm going to make this plate for you in the, oh man, I've flipped this so many times that I've stuck my nails in it. So let me play that video for you. Let me see, which one is it? I believe it might be this video. Alrighty, let's play with this. Stop coughing, Sharon. Let's play with this form and template. I'm going to show you that the template and the form is going to be very versatile, and I'm going to show you the different things I've made with it. But let me show you making one thing, and then the others are going to be identical. So what I do is just put my template on here. I had this is my small peg. Let me get this bigger. I used my little short peg for something a minute ago. So what I'm going to do is put my template, put my form on here. And then I'm just going to put the clay over this. This is B-Mix. And I'm just going to, actually, if I take this and just kind of flop it on there, it already starts going down and it makes it super, super simple. So let me wash my rib. And I'm just going to take my red rib, get the stuff off of here, and just first off, kind of come up just to kind of cement this into place. Like that. And then we start swooping. Just kind of come down. Remembering it's got an angle on the side. You want to make sure you press that in so that you see the angle. If your rib starts slipping, just slightly wet it. Take the gooey off and go back at it. Come around that side. Just like that. And then what I like to do on these, I mean, this one has no texture, no nothing, so I don't have to worry. But I want to make sure I take my slip off of here. And then what I like to do is fold my rib and just come around these outer edges just to kind of curve them off. And then get all the gooey stuff off. Sometimes the more gooey you try to get off, the more gooey you get on. And that's okay if you do that, because then you just come with your sponge, very, very lightly damp. And just rub right around there. And that's it. It's super simple. Okay. And then I am going to take my sponge around the outer edge just so it helps me see it. And for the sake of time, I'm not putting a foot on this, but you could put all kinds of fun feet. In fact, you could cut any of these stamps out and make feet. In fact, the leaf on each side would make great feet. You could actually do all four if you could. Yeah, you could actually fit. How fun would those feet be? If I had extra clay, I might have done that. I don't know if I will. And then I just take my needle tool and do my old come in, hit the template, and go around. And I'm going to keep this in case I decide to do something for a foot. So I'm going to keep this over here kind of straightened out as much as possible. Whew. I think I made a mess. And I'm just going to come around and like smooth that out. I pulled that clay right across there and made a mess out of it. So I'm going to come around with my needle tool one last time and get all the little excess pieces so I don't have to sponge them. See all these little pieces? That just saves me having to sponge that, and let me tell you, this is quicker than the sponge. All right. Oops. And I missed a spot right there. So I'll get that off. All right, now that's how easy it is just to make the dish. And then what are we going to do with the dish? Well, we can put a horse. This is Run for the Roses, right? We could put a horse face in that dish, and all kinds of little stamps around the outer edge. We can put the little roses. Let me put that in there because that's where that's actually going to go. Look at the roses stencil. That's going to be gorgeous. And yours will be connected. Mine was not. Okay. Again, we could take stamps. If I took this stamp and let's say I wanted to, I'm going to put this right here, and this clay is really wet, so I definitely will want to cornstarch it. And let's put some little leaves just for fun. These are elements out of the texture board. Hopefully I'll have enough. If I press this in, and wiggle to get that off. I might have pressed too hard. Nope. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. So then I'm going to do another one. There would be 2. And I think I need 4. So I'll just go ahead and put these on. There's 3 and 4. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cut these out. What is that? Hold on. A little piece of something. I'll cut these out. I do have a little pin tool in here that is actually just a little needle. Got a little needle in there. That makes it easy if I want to cut these out. And I got to decide, do I want to cut them out on the outside of this dent or not? And I think I'm just going to go on the outside of that. Need to make that a little longer. Of course, I did use the biggest, most intricate outside stamp, so now I got to cut it out 4 times, right? And there's my stamp. I like to get the outer little skinny edges that get left and smooth them in. All right, so there's a stamp that I could put right there, and on to the next and the next and the next. Okay, so I'm gonna cut all 4 and clean them up and not make you watch that, and then I'll be right back. All right, I've cut out all four, and I got these backwards. I need this to go this away, this to go this away. Yeah, that's the way I want them to go. Whoops. So this would go this way. Or do I want them to go this way and the bottoms together? I think I want them to go this way. Now, if I had a right and a left of that stamp, that would actually be the best, but I don't. So I'm going to go this way. I guess maybe that would look the best. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow each other. How about that? I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to place these kind of in and kind of in. I don't want them right on the ledges. And I can see, I'm looking in my upper camera so I can see where I actually want these. And I kind of want them spaced about the same. And if I look at that, that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is just kind of hit the bottom of this. Or I can do this. I can pick this up and kind of see where it was. And then do this. I just stick my scorer tool in the water. And set this on here where I want it. Kind of press it and then pick it back up, and I can see right where I need the score to be. And these are going to make gorgeous little feet. And all right, here's what it looks like with the little feetsies. I love them. And then I'm going to take my stamp right smack in the middle. Okay. And then as soon as this dries enough, I'll flip it over and you'll see what we're going to do with the inside of this one. Okay, I have flipped the dish. Now I want to show you one other thing that comes in this that I put in the center of this, and but I went ahead and put it in because I wanted it to be a surprise. And here we go. Run for the roses. I'm going to just throw a little bit of black, because you know who doesn't love a black rose, right? So I'm just going to put a little bit of tuxedo, Stroke and Coat tuxedo on here, and then just pull it off so you can see what it looks like. And this is just an extra little goodie I threw in the box for you. This one is just slightly big for this dish, so it'll be just slightly smaller, so it'll be easy for you to get in and put in and all the things. So I'm just gonna lightly, I didn't push this down too much, so I want to make sure it's not gonna bleed. We can always clean it up if it bleeds, but just lightly tap this on here. This tuxedo doesn't really need more than one coat, maybe two at best, because it's very opaque. Get a little down here. Woo! A little much. I'm going to hold this stencil down a bit. And again, I will cut this stencil down just a hair. It's just a little big. Make it easier to get in and out of here. And again, I'm going to pull this off right now after doing it, so I also may cause a little bleeding. But it is what it is. Let me see if I can get under here. Pull this off. Woo! Look at that. And then mine's in two pieces. When yours comes, it will be in a single piece. So let me get this off. There you go. Now, is that not amazing? I did speckle a couple spots, but that's okay. That's easily fixed. Easily fixed. But you know me. All right, so again, I showed you the last video first, therefore you saw all the box. So as I talk about them in the other videos, well, you've already seen it, but that's okay. So, I think I have one other video on here. Okay, so you saw the edge, right? See what I did on the edge? And it's not a straight solid line because I didn't want it a straight solid line. Let me show you what I did on that. It's real quick and easy. All right, I have a piece of clay and I'm going to show you what I'm going to make. All right, okay, I have flipped the dish. That was the wrong video. Did I not put that video on here? I had somebody helping me with this and we got everything all out of a mess. Flip the dish, show the stencil, me, roll the clay on the board. I did that. Oh, you know, I bet it was at the end of this. Hold on one second. Okay, I have flipped the dish. I could also take my sponge and just sponge around the edge and put that black border with those roses. Oh, holy cow. You could do this with the paintbrush too, but if you wanted it kind of wispy, spongy looking, you could do this like I'm doing. And look what that does. Now this plate is a little really too wet to be doing anything to it, but by doing it with the sponge, you don't have to feel like it has to be perfect, like if you're doing it with a brush. And it goes super quick. And I'm just using my wet sponge that I've been using all day. And look at that. That's amazing right there. Now that's a Mother's Day dish. Even in Easter. What if you did this in pinks? What if you did this with red roses and green stems and leaves? You could also take and ruffle this, but there is your roses stencil that comes with this. So let's recap. I have these stamps. Okay, I'm not going to run that video of the recap because I've recapped it and recapped it and recapped it, but I think this could be amazing in any amount of colors. You can do as much color as you want, as little a color as you want. The black roses are stunning. And this, I would do this bottom, this bottom, I would actually do on this. But I didn't want to make the same dish 3 times, so I'm just showing you different things you can make with it. But that bottom with this would be fantastic. You could also take and take all your stamps, and we've done this before. Take all your stamps and just randomly stamp them everywhere and then make the dish out of this. You could also take and even do just a part of this stencil and go along a piece of clay that will then wrap around and become a mug. That would be gorgeous across the mug. I actually will be putting this into a rolling pin. So this will become a rolling pin, but it has not. Um, so your recap is 4 stamps, four stamps, this amazing texture plate that you can do all kinds of things with, the template, the form, and did I do the stencil? And then of course the whole stencil. So texture board, template, form, 4 stamps, and a stencil. And that is Run for the Roses, your March project box in a nutshell. So what comments do you have about that? I can't wait to glaze this. I'm going to do my roses in all different colors. I took, oh, my phone's in front of me. I took pictures. One of our friends down at the lake has the most amazing rose bush I ever saw. And the different colors of those roses on that single bush blew me away. And so I took a bunch of photos of each of those roses, and I'm going to do my roses in those colors. They were like, I don't know, yellow orange with dark pink tips. I can't get to them because it's on my phone. Oh, here, I could tell you. Can you see that? I don't know that I can't get it where you can see that one's yellow with peach tips. On the same bush was this pink one with deep pink. Can you see that? I'm trying to get where there's not a glare. I don't know if I can get that on there. I'm sorry. But I took a bunch of pictures of, oh God, I wish you could see this one. Maybe from back here. I guess you can't. It's glaring. I'm sorry. Anyway, I've got some amazing pictures that I'm going to color this with. And then, of course, I'm going to take my leaves and multicolor them. And then whatever color I think pops the most, I'll go around the outside edge with that color, just to level it up a little bit. Again, we will start being on this channel, we will start being on Facebook much more as the days come forward. So we'll start posting here, Instagram, YouTube. We're going to start hitting all the places, and we're going to really focus back on our textures. And then I think we may open deep dishes in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so. But when we open deep dishes, it's going to be quick, fast. I don't want Mr. Wilson to get buried. And we have a new deep dish coming. And for those of you that aren't in my SAS group, our Sassy Bottoms, we're doing again tonight in the SAS group, but I showed my Sassy Bottoms a couple months ago. And in this last VIP box, these people all got a Sassy Bottom to play with. And so those will be coming. We'll be posting those with some videos this week. So watch for the Sassy Bottoms. Yeah, Karen, colored clay with that mold would be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And we're going to start doing colored clay in my SAS group. In fact, before I left last week, I made a whole bunch of porcelain slip, and I will be adding mason stains to that this week, and we will be blowing and going with some color. So I'm excited. And that's it that I have for this evening. I am going to go ahead and sign off because that gives me 15 minutes to run to the little girl's room and grab a quick bite and then jump into my SAS group. So those of you that are SAS members, I will see you there in about 15 minutes, maybe 10. I'll jump on early. So see you all there. If you're not a SAS member, go to my website when it comes up. I don't know if anybody's checked it lately. Squarespace obviously is having an issue. Oh, it looks like it might be up, guys. Let me see. Yes, Squarespace is back up, so you can get back on and get your Run for the Roses. And I will see the rest of you in SAS in 10 minutes. And we will see you guys next week.